Hello, and welcome to the Wonderful Wire Wednesday. My name is Ashley, and this is Phishing Scams, How to Spot Them. What is phishing? A scammer sends an email or a text message that appears to be from a recognizable institution or company, such as a bank or an online subscription service, such as Netflix or Amazon. The email or text may claim that you need to update your account or that your tax refund is ready. Whatever the message is, the email is an attempt to trick you into providing your personal or financial information. What are some of the types of phishing? Phishing emails, smishing, spoofing, and pop-up phishing. Phishing emails. Phishing emails attempt to steal your money, your identity, by getting you to reveal personal information like credit card numbers, bank information, or passwords to websites that pretend and appear to be legitimate. So a lot of times you can go to a website and it looks like it's the real thing when you click it from an email, but it actually isn't. They've actually made it to look like, say, Netflix, or made it to look like Instagram, things like that, but it actually isn't the real site. Here's some examples. So this one here is from Instagram, and it's a copyright infringement email. So it's saying that something you post on your Instagram account is copyright infringement, and then it's saying to verify your account. So this can also happen with things like birth dates. So it'll say you had an email from Instagram that says, add your birthday, you haven't added your birthday yet, click here to add your birthday, verify your account. Like it'll have like a same thing that this looks like here with the blue bar that you click on, and it will take you into an account that looks similar to Instagram, to a website. And then you go to put your information in, and that's how they get you, and they get into your Instagram account. My suggestion is that when this comes up, to actually go into the app itself. So go into Instagram, take a look, and if Instagram needs you to do anything, they'll let you know about it in your Instagram app itself. So don't click in the emails. I would suggest even anything that comes in, go over to your app and take a look and see what the app is asking you to do on your device, so either on your phone or on your iPad, etc. This one's a big one from Netflix, and these are still going around. So it's saying to update your account because your payment details aren't good. So basically they tried to put through your payment and it didn't work. So this is a fake email as well from a fake Netflix that's trying to get your information. In this case, you would put in your credit card number like you would normally to Netflix, and then that's how they would get you. So once again, go into the apps. So go into your Netflix app, go into your computer on the app. Do not click the links in these emails. Basically, just leave them, go to the app, take a look. If the app needs you to do something, it will let you know. If Netflix needs you to do an update of payment, it will tell you when you go into Netflix because it won't let you watch anything. Same with Instagram. If it needs you to do an update, go into the app, or if it needs you to verify something, go into the app and it will tell you we need you to verify this. Do not click on these links in these emails. This is from Norton.com, and this is a great signs of email phishing. So you can take a look at this. So it's giving you basically like 5 things. So number 1, look at the subject line. It has a sense of urgency. So it's like, warning, closing and deleting your account in progress. So you're like, whoa, we don't want that to happen. Then the sender, so legitimate sender. So you can look here and you can see that the actual account looks kind of weird. So typically if it's from a business, it'll actually have the proper business name in there. But keep an eye on that as well, because if you hover over top a lot of times, it might say like at Instagram or something like that, and you hover and it gives you a different email address. So hover with your mouse or like whatever, that kind of thing. And then it says 3, the greeting, it's generic greetings. So hello user. So in the last one that you saw with Netflix, it said hello dear. So Netflix is not going to call you dear. So hello user. If you are with a company, they will know who you are. So keep that in mind as well. Closing request, a call for immediate action. Click the link below as soon as possible. So they really want you to like click that link. They're telling you you have to do it. Your account's going to get deleted, and you're like, oh my goodness, I don't want my account deleted. Number 5 is a hyperlink. So a statement requesting you to link. So basically to click on a link. So once again, this is a fake email. Do not click on things like this, but these are some of the signs of that. And an email will look pretty similar to this. You see, you'll see spelling mistakes sometimes. The email address looks kind of weird. Like there'll be just different things that seem like it's off. Smishing. So smishing is a form of phishing that uses cell phones or smartphones as the attack platform. The hacker tries to attack with the intent to gather personal information, such as your social insurance number, credit card numbers, etc. Smishing is implemented through text messages or SMS, which means short messaging service, so in your phone, giving the attack name smishing, for text phishing. And then some phishing examples. So Service Ontario. So for example, we just had Mr. Ford remove the license plate sticker renewal fees and things, and then give us a check back. So this is what they've done: is these hackers have sent out these text messages or SMS messages to basically say, hey, the government's remove this, like we're going to give you your money back. Click on it here to get your money. So once again, the government will never ever send you a text message like this for you to click on something to be able to get money back. If they're going to send you money, it'll be either through the mail or they will put it right in your account because you've signed up for that with the government. You will never ever get a text message like this. So these ones, you can mark them as being phishing, and you can delete them or that kind of thing as well. But do not click these links. Here's another example. So this one says, hello, Roger, or hello, Rogers here. Why for credit back? So it's saying, hey, you have a Rogers account, get a credit back. Sometimes you might be like, oh, well, I have Bell, so no, that's not for me anyway. But these ones here are actually trying to get you to say yes, and then they're going to say, oh, here, click this link, and then they're going to ask you for information. They might ask you for your social insurance number, they might ask you for credit card information, they might ask you for bank account information to be able to put the money in, but they're not putting the money in, they're going to take money from you. So just keep in mind, these are the things that come through text messages. There's many things that come through text messages. You might get a fake one from a bank saying like, here, click here to get your Interac e-transfer, for this much money from whatever company. Do not click on these things. If you have any questions about it, call Rogers, for example. So you see this saying it's from Rogers, call Rogers. Service Ontario, if you actually go on to the government website, there actually are scams on here and examples of scams. So just keep that in mind as well. You can always go to that website and you can see what the latest scams are as far as phishing, emails, etc. go. Spoofing. Spoofing is a type of scam in which a criminal disguises an email address, display name, phone number, text message, or website URL, so what you type in the top, to convince the target they are interacting with a known trusted source. So where this happens a lot too is on the phone. So you get a phone call that says Government of Ontario, or you get a phone call that says Government of Canada, and that kind of thing. So what they do is they actually can spoof these numbers. There's technology out there where people can put whatever they want on a phone call. So that, so when it pops up in your phone, it says it's from the government, it says from different places like that. Just keep in mind that these things are all fake things. The government will never call you and tell you that you owe them money and that they're going to come get you, that kind of thing. These are all done by hackers, essentially, trying to get information. So this will happen as well as a text message sometimes. It'll act like it's coming from, a different place, like Netflix or something like that as well. Or website URL. Once again, Netflix was another example of that, where they try to convince you that they're trusted and that you can actually do that. But they're basically spoofing it. They can do that with email addresses as well. So when I talked about hovering over top of the email address with your mouse, you're not clicking on the email address, but you're just hovering over top of it. And what that allows you to do is it allows you to actually see what the real email address is underneath. And typically you'll find that it's like a lot of numbers and letters, but it comes up as being like at netflix.com or like whatever. But when you hover over top, it'll be like a whole like XYZ3765431 at user.com. And you're like, oh, that's wrong. Once again, though, take everything with a grain of salt that you get and make sure that you double check things before you go clicking on anything. Pop-up phishing. A pop-up appears on your screen. It tells you something like your computer has been hacked. Click here to fix it. It can tell you that you've won a new phone. Click here to claim. These can install malware, which is a malicious software that actually will go in and get information off your computer. So basically what they do is they gain access to you and your personal data if you click on the link in the message. So what will happen with this is that you will get a pop-up on your phone or on your computer, and it will basically freeze your device and you won't be able to use it. So it'll just say, you've won something, or your computer's been hacked, you need to click this link to fix it, or call this phone number. It'll come up and it'll just basically freeze your device. What you want to do when this happens is do a hard shutdown. Now, what I mean by a hard shutdown is that you either hold your power button down on your computer until it shuts off, or on your phone, whichever way you turn off your phone, whether it be just the power button on the side, or you have to hold your power button and your volume down button or volume up. It just depends on the phone. Hold it until it shuts completely down. Leave it for like 30 seconds and then reboot it, and that should be gone. It should not come back up again. So these are things you need to think about, because you can't click on, like if you click on the link, you're going to have something installed onto your device. Hard shutdown is the best way to go, and you just reboot your device and that should just go away. So that's the thing, but it'll actually like freeze your device so you can't really do anything with it. So keep that in mind when these things happen. It's happened on stuff that I've had. If you go into like magazine sites or like gossip magazine sites and things like that, stuff like that can pop up there. So what people have done is they basically have hacked a website, for example, and then you'll see this message saying your computer's been hacked. Click here to fix it, and you can't get out of it. So once again, just that hard shutdown of your cell phone, your computer, your tablet. Shut it down, restart it, and everything should be back to normal, and there's no worries of anything being installed. What you can do to keep yourself safe. Don't open any links or attachments that you are unsure of. If in doubt, delete the email or text. A lot of times now, phone companies will actually put your spam messages into another folder. So my phone actually does that as well. If it's into a different folder, I don't see them come up. It might tell me that there's a message has come up and it's been put in spam. But there's a folder that I have of messages that I get from random scammers and things like that, and it just kind of puts it away from me so I don't have to see it. It does the same thing with phone calls as well. If something sounds too good to be true, it is. So it's the latest thing. You're going to get this for $30, and it's normally $150. Like that sounds kind of weird, right? So if something is too good to be true, it really is too good to be true. That's what they want. They want that kind of like shock factor with you, and you're going to click on something. You're like, oh, I need to see this. That kind of thing. Or like people dying. There was one that came up a few years ago where it'd be like, guess who died? You'll never guess who died. And then there's a link to it. So you get that from like a friend or something. You click on it, and then that sends it to other people, and then then they have access to your device. Don't let scare tactics fool you. So once again, saying your account's gonna be deleted in 24 hours if you don't do this right now. Those things come up. They're scary, but you need to know that these are fake things. Delete them. Once again, go into the app, go into the website on your computer, separate from that email or separate from that text message or separate from that phone call, and look things up yourself. That's the best way to do it. Go into the actual app. If they need you to do anything, they will let you know. If Netflix needs you to update your payment, they will let you know in Netflix. Go into Netflix on your computer, go into Netflix on your cell phone or on your tablet. Do it that way. Do not click on the links in those emails. Go to the app. If you get an email from Facebook, Instagram, etc., just go to the app, check out the app. The app will tell you if there's something you need to do because you're logged into your account, etc. Don't click on these email links. It can cause you a lot of trouble. If the email, text, etc. is coming to you from your bank, call your bank. There are people there who can help you. There's 1-800 numbers for banks. If you get an email or a text from the bank and you're not really sure about it, give them a call, and they have a line for that, and they can explain things to you, and basically they'll tell you to delete it. What to do if you've been scammed? Change your passwords. So that's the first thing you want to do. You want to go into all of your accounts, change your passwords. Alert the credit bureaus, so Equifax, TransUnion, anything in Canada that does those things. Alert those credit bureaus that you have been hacked, because then they can actually put a stop on your accounts. Contact your credit card providers, so your bank credit cards, everything that you have a credit card through. Contact those people, let them know you've been hacked. You want to make sure that everything is reset. They'll send you new cards. All that stuff will happen for you. Check your credit reports. So you can get a credit report from Equifax. They have Credit Karma as well, which is an app that you can download, and they can give you your credit reports and things like that, just to see if there's any new cards that have been added, that kind of stuff. Study your credit card statements. Is there anything on your credit card statements that seem like they're out of place from other places far away? Large charges, things like that. And that's Phishing Scams. Have a great day. Stay safe.